Hey guys, it's me, Cassidy Quinn. Today I've decided to do the 50 random facts about me video. Do Cassidy Quinn. I've seen a bunch of people on YouTube do this video before, and a few different people have suggested it to me before, so finally I've decided it's time to do it. Because today I have actually two new random facts about me that are now true, that I'm going to announce to you. So let's get started. Here are 50 random facts about me. I love looking up the lyrics to songs. I like singing along to them. And I remember very distinctly the first song I ever looked up the lyrics to on the internet was Get Low by Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. From the window to the wall, to the wall. And that song was released in 2003. So I was like 13. I am a serious bargain hunter. I love finding things on Craigslist or just on any kind of good deal. This trait has been instilled in me by my mother. My first car was a gold Volvo 850 named Goldie Kong because she was gold, and my brother gave me these gorilla looking seat covers for my car so it looked like King Kong, Goldie Kong. My favorite Spice Girl was always Posh Spice because she was the brunette and she was pretty, so I liked her because my hair is naturally dark brown, so I related. If you are a child of the late 80s, early 90s, you know that it was all about NSYNC versus Backstreet Boys. But I could never decide. I loved both. Is that so wrong? I am 5 feet and 4 inches tall on a good day. Really, it's 5'3"3/4. I will try any food once. I've eaten boa constrictor, sea urchin, octopus, iguana, alligator, a lot of weird things. Spoiler alert, they all taste like chicken. I want to be a pescatarian, which means I don't eat meat, I only eat fish, but I just don't have the self-discipline. I can't resist a good corn dog, a sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle, bacon, a Reuben sandwich. I don't like chicken. I know that's really weird, I just don't like it. My favorite movie is Grease the musical. But when my parents first told me I should watch it when I was a kid, I thought they said Grease like the country, so I thought it was gonna be some boring historical documentary about Grease. And then it was a musical, and I loved it. I absolutely love to sing in my car when I'm driving by myself. And I do not get embarrassed by it. If you drive up next to me at a stoplight and I'm singing my heart out and you totally notice me, I don't care. I'm just having a great time. I've been collecting wine corks for the past 6 months because eventually I'm gonna make something cool and Pinteresty out of them. But so far I have a huge jar full of them and I haven't done anything with them yet, except for fix a table that I bought from Craigslist the other day. Told you, bargain hunting. As far as I know, I'm not allergic to anything, but I do go through phases where I think I'm allergic to things and I try to cut them out of my diet and it doesn't actually change anything. Then I realize I'm not actually allergic. I broke up with my first boyfriend by email. I was only 15, I didn't know what I was doing, and he wouldn't answer the phone. I didn't want to leave it in a voicemail, and I just didn't want to wait, so I just sent an email saying we should just be friends, and it sounds so horrible. My favorite book that I've read recently is The Fault in Our Stars by fellow YouTuber John Green. It is so amazing. Be prepared to cry. I put vinegar and/or lemon juice on pretty much everything. The first time I ever vlogged was in my freshman year of college. I won this contest with the Seattle Opera to host their documentary called Confessions of a First-Time Opera Goer. And this documentary followed me, a first-time opera goer at the time, while I prepared to see, and then while I went to see, Wagner's Ring Cycle, which is a epically long, multi-day opera. And the camera crew set up a little vlogging camera and tripod and lights in my bedroom at home so that after each day of going to the opera or interviewing people from the opera, I could sit and talk about it to a camera. The problem was they had to edit it, and I didn't realize at the time how horrible editing is when you talk and talk and talk and talk. I love vegetables. When I would go trick-or-treating as a kid, one of my neighbors who lived down the street from me grew tomatoes in her garden, and every year on Halloween, instead of candy, she would give me tomatoes, because I legitimately liked tomatoes more than candy. I am very competitive. If I'm playing a board game or something with you, I will get really into it and really want to win. I remember when my brother and I were younger, we would play the basketball game Horse, and I would always lose, and I would get so mad about it and just quit. I love food. I'm not that good of a cook, but I really love to eat. I basically plan my days around a schedule of when I'm going to eat my next meal, and my family makes fun of me for it. I am 100% hands down a split combination of both of my parents, for better or for worse. I buy nail polish all the time. These two containers are full of nail polishes. I have never eaten a Twinkie. I love cheese. Wow, a lot of these are about food, aren't they? Last year I went through a phase where I thought I was allergic to dairy and tried to get myself to stop eating cheese, and that lasted for 2 days, and on the third day, halfway through it, I ate macaroni and cheese. I have reported and or vlogged and or done social media at 2 Olympic Games. I was recently in a flash mob. My dad, who is a wonderful human being, decided to plan a flash mob for my mom, another amazing human being, for her birthday. It was the coolest thing ever. I am really bad at keeping my room clean. I'm turning 25 soon, and I've decided that it's time to kick myself into shape and start keeping my room clean. In a few months, when I turn 25. I love doing accents, especially British ones. In real life, if I'm having a conversation, I will just randomly burst into different accents at random times. Southern, New York, British, Russian. I have wanted to wear glasses ever since I was like 9. In elementary school, I would show up to school one day rocking some fake glasses and tell all of my classmates that I had to get glasses. Then a few weeks later, when I got sick of wearing my fake glasses, I'd just tell everyone I got contacts. And then I would repeat that process again every few months. They fell for it every time. Now I still wear my fake glasses sometimes, because why not? Caffeine does not work on me. Instead of waking me up and making me more focused, it either makes me way too energetic like a psycho crazy person, or makes me more tired than I originally was, dizzy and nauseous. Neither is good. I love water, drinking it and being near it. I've only ever lived in Seattle and Boston, which are both on the coast, and I cannot imagine living somewhere that doesn't have some kind of body of water nearby. It's just calming to me to be able to look out your window or drive your car past water and see this natural beauty. When I lived in my old house when I was in elementary school, there was this big rock. It was probably about this big, just this boulder that sat in the back of our house near the sidewalk. And this rock, for some reason, became the place that I went to whenever I was frustrated about something, or sad, or angry, or just feeling really emotional. This rock was like my little hideout spot, my little sanctuary. I hate packing. I've moved my life across the country multiple times for school and work, and when I moved out of my last college apartment, I wrote, "I hate packing," in these big block letters on a piece of college-ruled paper, and I stuck it in one of the boxes. Now I've moved a couple of times since then, and every time I unpack, I find the sign and laugh, and then I stick it back in a different box and find it the next time I unpack. It makes me hate it a little bit less. I love doing weird little organizational things, like color coding sets of Sharpies. Yet somehow, my room is still always a mess. One time I was on the show Zoom. Do you remember that show? When I was in 6th or 7th grade, they came to my middle school and picked out a few kids to ask them what we wanted to be when we grew up, and what we liked to cook, and to say Zoom into action on camera, and then it ended up on the show. I love making up song parodies. This is another thing that comes directly from my mom, because when I was a kid, she would make me and my brother record these outgoing messages for our voicemail machine. And I don't know if the term song parody was a thing yet, but they were basically mini song parodies that we would record them for every season. You know, at Christmas we would do a Christmas song parody, and in the springtime we'd do some kind of Easter song parody or something. Here's one that I remember. Hello from Max and Quinn, and also Dan and Sin. Alas, we're not at home. Do 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 do. but we'll get right back to ya. All you really need to do is leave your message at the tone. Thanks for calling. Beep. The first song parody I ever wrote was to Avril Lavigne's song, Complicated. That was for my 8th grade talent show, and it was a song about homework. I am terrible at remembering people's names, and I try so hard, but apparently not hard enough because I am so bad at it. I am an Android girl, but I have had Apple computers and an iPad and iPods. I was on my high school dance team. When I was little, I had to cut my hair really short like a boy because for some weird reason, I would just twist my hair and twist it and twist it and twist it until I pulled it out of my head. But since my mom wanted her little girl to have long hair, like most of the little girls, she let me have a rat tail. It was bad. Real bad. I was a lifeguard for 4 or 5 years in high school and college, but I only ever had to save one kid. And it was just a kid doing the swim test in the shallow end. Just grabbed the kid, got out of the water. The first videos I remember making as a child were these commercials that I would make with my best friend, and we would make Crest commercials. Because, I don't know, I guess we thought it would be cool to be on a Crest commercial or something. And the other one I remember is I decided to make a Barbie movie with my little brother as the cameraman. And I set up this whole little Barbie town out of my wooden blocks, had all the Barbies talk to each other, and I think I was going on for like a half an hour. And I thought this was just a movie masterpiece. I was like 5 years old, by the way. And then I finished my amazing award-winning performance, and I go to show my mom the tape, and my brother had filmed my elbow the entire time without realizing it. Or maybe he did it on purpose, just trying to sabotage my career. If I'm making spaghetti for dinner, I will most likely eat half the jar of pasta sauce while the spaghetti is cooking. Further proof of my love for tomatoes. I can't figure out, to save my life, how to properly make a grilled cheese sandwich. Either the cheese isn't melted or the whole thing is burnt. There's no middle ground. I used to do gymnastics when I was little, and I loved it, but after a couple years I realized that I was the only kid in the class that couldn't do the splits. So I quit. I was, however, the only girl in the class that could climb all the way up the rope to the ceiling. I love dancing to all kinds of music, but at the moment I'm really loving EDM, electronic dance music, because it is just, you cannot resist the urge to dance when that kind of music comes on. Plus, when you go to EDM concerts or festivals, you can just wear the weirdest things. You can wear tutus and stick jewels all over your face, and it's just wonderful. I recently discovered that running can actually be fun. Weird. I secretly, or not so secretly, want to be Jimmy Fallon. He is so freaking talented and has the best job in the world, in my opinion. And now, finally, the final 2 random facts about me, which are new, exciting facts about me. I am moving to Portland, Oregon! Actually, by the time you guys are watching this video, I will already be in Portland setting up my new apartment. I am moving to Portland because I got a new job. I'm going to be working at KGW, which is the NBC affiliate TV station in Portland, Oregon. KGW News Channel 8, and I'm going to be their new traffic reporter. So on the news on weekday mornings and afternoons, I'm going to be telling everybody in Portland how to get to where they're going, if there's a bunch of traffic, if there's any crashes or any other delays they should be looking out for. And then I'm also going to be doing some social media and other fun stuff at the station. So I am very, very excited about this, and I hope you guys will be excited too, because you can actually live stream it. No matter where you are in the world, you can go to kgw.com/livestream and watch me on TV if you're awake from 5 to 7 a.m. or 4 to 5 p.m. on West Coast US time. So yeah, those are 50 random facts about me. If you guys enjoyed these random facts, tell me a random fact about yourself in the comments below. And I will see you guys next week in Portland. My mom, who is also a what am I saying? I got too excited. I am getting crunched by a pillow. That's what I am.